What's up, everybody? Dan Tortora here of Wake Up Call, and you know it is all about upstate and central New York, supporting our wonderful businesses here in the community. And I have to shamelessly thank Witty Wicks for this, because this is where I get all my upstate and central New York and 315 stuff. We are here in downtown Syracuse. 317 at Montgomery Street is the name of the restaurant, and it's also the name of the location, 317 Montgomery Street in Syracuse, New York. Owner Joel Carpenter here with me today to unveil the fact that the menus have had a little upgrade.
That's right.
I didn't think they needed one, but he did it anyways. And so we're going to try some awesome stuff. First and foremost, Joel, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. Good to see you. This looks very comfortable, by the way.
It is. And the great thing I like about these is it's not a hoodie. It's just a long sleeve shirt, but it has the hood. So you get the hoodie, but you can also jog in it, wear it when it gets warmer out. And you know that the weather here is 70-30, 40-90. So these are perfect for that. So we're happy to be here. We invite you all to come down. Let everybody know when they can come down and see this restaurant.
Yeah, so lunch hours are Tuesday through Friday, 11:30 to 2. Our dinner hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 8, Friday, Saturday, 5 to 9.
So definitely come down here and check out everything that is 317 at Montgomery Street. Let us know what's on the menu today.
Well, just a little bit of backstory. We change our menu every 3 months, so we try to be as seasonal as possible. It kind of got a little wonky now, so we're kind of midwinter, but winter's been so weird. We just rolled this out about a week and a half ago, so trying to be as seasonal as possible. We do a lot of research on unveiling the new menu and try and keep as up with the times as possible when doing so. So a lot of exciting new things on the menu. We have pork belly bao buns. Those are actually a fan favorite. We brought those back. Every once in a while we'll throw something that we've seen great success with and bring it back seasonally. So we're bringing those back. We have a sun-dried tomato and shrimp flatbread, which is phenomenal, finished with a little bit of lemon. Has a herb and lemon cream cheese that we make in-house. We have edamame pot stickers, chicken Maryland with honey dill yogurt, which is pretty exciting. We actually marinate the chicken in buttermilk, hand bread them, deep fry them, and then we have a dill yogurt that's served with it and our house-made hot honey, which is pretty exciting. So.
Basically what Joel's trying to say is this is a 5-star Michelin restaurant, in my opinion, that's sitting here in Syracuse, New York. No excuses, folks. Great place to come for a date, to come with your friends, to come before the game, after the game, to come out with family, anniversary, birthday party. So many different ways to celebrate here. And I can say this is the first time I came in is for a retirement party for my dad. So 317 at Montgomery Street will forever be connected to my family. And we got to do our first ever Wake Up Call Christmas party.
Yep.
So, and we want to thank, obviously you and your entire staff for what you do here at 317 at Montgomery Street. This segment is called Downtown with Dan. We only do it here at 317 at Montgomery Street. And we're going to be trying 3 of your dishes, 1 from the lunch menu,
Yep.
2 from the dinner menu.
Yep.
We're starting with lunch. Let us know what's coming.
So we're doing a sous vide pork tenderloin sandwich with house-made aioli and our signature spicy apricot mustard sauce, and that's served on pasta stretch bread. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
That also, the thing is when he describes it, it sounds so good. Like just hearing about it, sounds good. Pasta stretch bread. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm Italian. Obviously, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So excited to try it.
Yep.
And your chef is coming out here.
Oh, look at that!
Can we shout him out?
Right on time.
Yes.
This is our chef, Roy. Wave, Roy.
How are you, Roy? Doing well?
Yeah.
So always good to have Roy here in the building, because that's how we know the food's going to be made right.
That's right.
So thank you, Roy.
You don't want me back there.
So as I'm eating this, give me a little backstory why you chose to do something like this.
Well, first of all, I'm a huge lover of mustard and pork tenderloin. We sous vide it, and we actually serve this in 2 ways. So we serve this for lunch. We sous vide it for, I think it's 3.5 to 4 hours. So it's right to temp. If you're not familiar with the sous vide process, it's a water bath. You vacuum seal the meat with herbs and whatever you want to season it with. Throw it in a water bath so it cooks evenly around, so you're guaranteed the right temperature. on the meat. So we do that. It's super tender, super flavorful. And then with the mustard, I like spicy. I love mustard. I was looking up a couple of different ways that we could, enhance the mustard, and this was one of the ways that we kind of dabbled with, and it really really accentuates the pork flavor too.
Yeah, the mustard flavor on this is not too much; it's just enough. But I always, if anybody knows me, I like to put something on everything.
Right.
So having this here, by the way, again, if you know anything about Joel and 317 at Montgomery, the meat, you bite it and it just right off. There's no like give and take. There's no tug of war.
Right.
It's good. It's like just breaking apart perfectly. It's great.
And one of the other things that we do is we take that pasta's stretch bread.
Yeah.
And we grill it in bacon fat. Just for a little extra porkiness.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at this, folks, this is like you touch it and it breaks. It's just just moist. It's good.
Yeah. Good.
Very good.
Glad you like it.
Oh yeah. This is, and the thing is, everything here is different, right? Anytime, and then we're going to be trying stuff today, which has your own spin on it. And I'm not going to give away the final dish, but I'll just say that Natalie, your bride-to-be, was like, you're like, I'm getting it on the menu.
Yep.
She's like, how are you going to get it on the menu? And you found a way to do it your own unique way, but there's such a uniqueness to this, and we spoke about this in the beginning, and it's in the commercial that you can hear every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, mixlr.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, all / Wake Up Call DT worldwide. Tune in the morning, and you can listen back afterward. But in that, you discuss the fact that you want to be different. You want people to have an experience, and not just come and eat at a restaurant. You want them to say that the whole experience of being here is something that they want to come back and do again.
Yeah, you can go anywhere and get a hamburger. And believe me, I love hamburgers. But, when we're doing research on when we're switching up a menu, I want people to come in and look at the menu and think that what we're providing for them is completely unique. Things that you can't get in Syracuse or the central New York area, and if you can, we want to put our own spin on it, so it makes it kind of, we put our signature on it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I said moist, it's so tender. The pork is so tender.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying this because the man is here. It's so good. Like, why do you keep doing this to me?
I don't know.
He makes my decisions difficult. Make me want to come here and eat every day. I honestly, can we cater to the studio? Can you just come to Wake Up Call in the morning?
I can definitely do that. I actually work with somebody down the road, so we do catering. Excuse me. But we're not open for breakfast, but I have an office down the road that a couple times a month they have breakfast meetings, so we cater breakfast sandwiches to them in the mornings and whatnot. So.
And I think you talked to me about that.
Yeah.
So what do you do to the breakfast sandwich?
I keep it simple, man, because I just love breakfast, but I like the basics, so it's just a really good bun, and it's breakfast sandwiches, so either sausage or eggs, or sausage and eggs, or bacon and eggs, or just egg and cheese. But I use Gianelli sausage. I get really good bacon when doing so. I don't skip. I'm not getting the super thin bacon where you feel like you're eating a Burger King or McDonald's or whatnot.
By the time you cook it, it's gone.
Yeah. There's half the pound for the sandwiches, half the pound for me.
Thank you, sir.
Hope you brought your belly.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even want to touch it. Look at this little masterpiece. You see that, folks? This was originally made by Picasso, put into food by Joel and the team here, and Chef Roy. But, okay, so bring me into this dish.
Yeah, so this is Asian inspired. This is our chicken bibimbap. So it is some marinated chicken thigh, a little bit of house-made kimchi.
Yeah.
Right now it has some sauteed bok choy, a little bit of bean sprouts, and pickled cucumber, and finished with a little bit of sriracha.
We got
So
egg in the middle here.
egg in the middle, and finished with sunny side up egg. So kind of take the knife, cut it, and then mix it all together, and then you'll get kind of the full. Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Cut it all up.
Yep.
Let it all be together.
That's right.
Now say the name of this again.
Chicken bibimbap.
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 So where did this inspiration come from?
I love Asian food. I love pretty much any Asian food out there, and in doing our research, there was this thing that I kept seeing, and it was across the country of what kind of people were looking for, and it was called spicy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of a word that kind of stuck in my mind. That's the phone. Sorry about that. So, sweet, spicy, and I wanted to get kind of all of that umami in there, right? And, this was one of the ways to really do so. And especially with the egg, and, it just brings it all together.
Yeah, and it smells, it has that, like, aroma of something that I made when you have, like, that pork fried rice smell and stuff like that.
Yep.
It has kind of the aroma of the mixture of that, but if you take a look, this is what it looks like when you just pile it all together,
man.
Right, you get a little bit of everything here. So, you love Asian food, like you said.
Yes.
So, how's it going?
Yeah.
Spicy. Yeah, this brings me back. I'm going to tell you right now, this brings me back to living in Pennsylvania and go out, get some Chinese food, and trying to just kind of mix everything, like you said, like mix it up on the plate.
Yep.
And the pork fried rice, the way, I know it's different than what you have here, but it was the ingredients that I was putting in and the smell and the flavor. Yours has more of a kick, and I have Hispanic blood, so kick away.
Yeah.
So it's good for me. Wow. I've never eaten anything like this. Like I said, the smell, the similarity, it brings me back, but nothing with all of this mixed into it. But I think where my connection is the rice and the egg.
Yeah.
I'm big on putting egg in there when I'm making different things, like putting the meat, putting the egg, putting the rice.
Yep.
This is something else. It's a good. And again, the meat, it's like not like you touch it with your teeth, and the meat's like, all right, I'm not gonna fight you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't bite back.
No. No, this is great.
Well, that's the whole
This is
thing.
wonderful.
And chicken thighs, they're just so flavorful. You just got to add a little bit of love to them, and they come out great.
Yeah.
They really sing in the dish.
This is something I'm telling you right now. This would be a let's go out to dinner, let's have it, but let's have some at home.
The next day, man.
And heat it up the next day.
The next day is the best. I love grabbing, you get Chinese takeout or whatever, you go, to Kodo or wherever you're going to go and get that takeout, bring it home and have it the next day. That's the best.
Well, now when you're getting takeout with a Chinese thing, you get it from 317 in Montgomery. This is really wonderful. There's so many different flavors. Like, look at it. It's colorful. When you mix it up, it's colorful beforehand.
When you get that little pop of the pickled cucumber too, you know what I mean, to help you kind of get through all that richness.
This is great. Chef Roy, you've outdone yourself.
Oh boy,
that's crazy. I need you to wheel in my new stomach. Get me ready for this. So, what I'm going to do, like we talked about, because we're going to go to the last and final dish, which, by the way, when Joel said to me, hey, we got a new menu coming out, we're going to be throwing some new stuff at you, he said to me, new menu. It was a very short message. It was like, new menu, love to talk about it. He sent me one thing after that. Soft shell crab, mac and cheese. Nothing else. Because he knew how to speak to my heart. And when you said that, I was like, I don't care what else is on the menu. And then I didn't even have to say it to him. He goes, don't worry, the short rib is still on the menu. So Joel took care of me, but in taking care of me, he took care of you, because I am ecstatic about trying this. I'm going to say what I said about taking this home and heating it up. I'm going to do that because we're going to move to the next one.
Yep.
This is fantastic.
Thank you.
Like, I probably eat this cold.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That was good stuff. So, I am the right person to do the downtown with Dan stuff because all the food here is so good. It's just so good. It's inappropriately good. And we came here with Enrique Cruz's family from Syracuse Orange football, and I'm eating here with the family, and I love the way they think, because I'm thinking, okay, we're all going to order something. We ordered 4 courses. It was like, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and I want this, and we're going to try this, and what did I order? Short rib.
Yeah.
But I got at least 2 people at the table to do the same thing.
Yep.
So bring me into soft shell mac and cheese. Let's do it.
Well, as you kind of alluded to earlier, I've been trying to find a way to get my mac and cheese into the restaurant. And, you know, we're a higher end restaurant, but, you know, I've always felt there's a way to get it in.
Sure.
And in doing research, you know, comfort food's really in this winter. So that's really where this menu is inspired. Everything is comfort food driven, right? And I can't take credit for the soft shell crab idea. Natalie and I were talking, and I told her comfort food was in, and I was like, this might be the opportunity for me to get the mac and cheese in here. And she was like looking at me, she's like, we can't do lobster, everybody does lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a light bulb went off in her head, and she goes, you love soft shell crab? And I was like, well, yeah. And she goes, why don't we do deep fried soft shell crab on top of it? And I was like,
Beautiful.
That sounds amazing.
And this one actually looks like the claws are here.
Yeah.
It's like shaped that way. Beautiful, and it's fried.
Yep.
So bring me into the crab. How you put it all together here?
So it's breaded in panko with some spices, and then we literally just throw it in the fryer if you want to use a knife.
Yeah.
I like to call it a fork and knife mac and cheese because it is. You know, you can really get into it. It's not just like you get a bowl and you need a spoon. This is really a full meal.
Yeah, this is different than
You
even
hear the crunch.
No, I love it. This is different from what I thought because I didn't know it was going to have that crunch, you know? So why did you choose to fry it up, have the panko and all that? Why did you do that?
Just textural wise, you know, when you're eating, you want different textural points, right? So if you get a big bowl of mac and cheese, you know, typically it's soft, it's cheesy, it's creamy.
Yeah.
Wanted that extra kind of crunch on top of it. Most people will throw a lot of breadcrumbs on top of the mac and cheese itself. I don't like to do that. I usually like to brown it up and have that caramelization of the cheese.
Yeah.
And then adding something like this on top of it for that textural juxtaposition.
And kind
Like I just juxtaposition. Like
I
that.
did. I did like it.
It's a good word.
I use that word a lot on the show actually. So why the there's like a sauce there. So bring me into that. Bring me into the mac and cheese.
Yeah. So that
What I'm
actually, typically when you're getting a soft shell crab, you get it in like sandwich form.
Yeah.
And it's usually served with a spicy aioli. So this is our house-made sriracha aioli that it's served with. So it kind of adds to the creaminess, adds a little bit of spice to the dish too.
Yeah.
Not a ton, just enough where you know it's there.
See that? See that crab right here? Oh my gosh, it's great. I feel like I'm out on a pier somewhere where it's warm.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
Not around here.
Is there warm weather? So I feel like I'm going out to like a fish fry.
Yeah.
I'm getting crab.
Yeah.
So this is like bringing me back to my childhood when we would have the fried seafood in the house. But then this mac and cheese, it's different, right? It's got its own flavor to it. And there's moments where I'm getting a little hint of a kick. Where's the kick at?
That's that, the aioli. Yep.
The sriracha.
Yep.
Okay. But this is like a good marriage between, it's not like too creamy, it's not dry.
Right.
It's right there in the middle. It's right there with you. So
My mac and cheese is kind of inspired from like back in the day. You're used to going to a cookout and somebody has that mac and cheese, and it's never like that super creamy and like super wet mac and cheese.
I like
it's
that.
just enough where it has that, and you can taste all the cheeses in there. So there's 4 cheeses in this. I won't give you my master plan of what the 4 cheeses are.
we're going to figure it out off the air.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
I'll
a guess.
tell you after, but you know we won't give away my recipe.
Yeah.
But you can taste all 4 of the cheeses. Makes it just creamy enough. You get a little bit of cheese pull too. You know, this is kind of where I started culinarily, with people asking me to make food before I owned a restaurant. People would ask me to bring mac and cheese to pretty much every party.
That's what it looks like in one bite, folks. This is great. This is what I was waiting for, and then you gave me all this great stuff beforehand. Crazy, but this food, it's so unique, and I'm happy we got to share this in downtown with Dan today, which you're bringing to the table here and constantly inventing new things. I love to create. I'm big on. I love being an idea man, whether it's the name of a segment or a partnership, or it's coming up with something I'm going to do when we're out live doing an event, or even if it's just how I'm going to tell a story or how I'm going to, the analogies I'm going to use or the metaphors. Bring me into why you love to create.
I don't know. It's exciting. I was never a food guy growing up. I grew up eating very basic things. Hamburgers. I didn't even like cheese on my burgers. It was just a burger and ketchup. That was it.
Yeah.
When I went to college, I started kind of branching out and eating a couple of different things. Started watching the Food Network, and then it kind of all evolved into, I think I can start making dishes, and you can ask my kids, and Natalie, when I cook at home, I plate everything like we're at the restaurant, right? Like I'm wiping the edges of the plate so there's no splatter on the sides and whatnot. But I think the whole idea behind it is I love the gratification of serving somebody my food, our food, and seeing their reaction.
Yeah.
I want to blow people away. I want people to be like, that's the best rendition of a mac and cheese that I've had in a long time, or the best I've ever had. Maybe not the best you've ever had, but at least the best you've had in a long time, right? And just different dishes. I like dabbling in different things. We've never gone to an Asian dish before, right?
Yep.
The bibimbap. It was something that we've never done, so I was like, you know what, let's try and figure something out. And, doing the research, I was like, I wanted something that would look beautiful.
Yeah.
When we present it, and that it's just knocking you over the head with flavor. So that just inspires me. It inspires me to just do as much research. I'm not culinarily trained. This is all from home and my mind, and doing as much research as I possibly can.
God-given talent, and thank goodness you chose here. 317 at Montgomery Street, downtown Syracuse. 317 Montgomery Street. The name of the restaurant's the name of the location. 317 Montgomery Street, here in Syracuse, New York. This food is fantastic, and to give my little note, my final note on this last dish that we're having here today, the juxtaposition, like I said, it's so different. When you're just eating the mac and cheese, you're getting that flavor, you're getting that texture, you're getting that vibe. When you switch over to the soft shell crab and you put that in, it's all different flavors, all different texture, and when you marry them together, one's giving you the crunch, one's giving you the soothing, and they're like doing this dance in your mouth. So this is everything I had today is fantastic. I'm not surprised. Every time we do Downtown with Dan, my decision becomes difficult when it comes to the menu, but it's a good difficult to have, because if you're like me, you bring yourself here and you try something different every single week. That's what you should do. Downtown with Dan, Joel Carpenter, myself, Dan Tortora, Chef Roy, Natalie, and the entire team would love to see you here at 317 at Montgomery Street. The name of the restaurant's the name of the location in Syracuse. Joel, you knocked it out of the park again.
Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it. I expect you all to be down here, and as I always ask, just like I did on Christmas, just leave a little bit for me, all right? We'll talk with you soon. Have a great day. Stay safe, and as always, God bless. No stress. Do your best.